Past intimate partners. It's such a emotive subject, isn't it? So unless you have been completely celibate, which you may have been, you will have had times where you will have been with intimate partners, whether you are a male or a female. I'm Susan Kennard. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm smiling because I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is a really emotive subject. You think, don't you, that you've let someone go? And of course, you have let them go emotionally, I'm sure. But how would it be if you knew that you actually hold the energy of your past intimate partners within your cellular structure? And knowing who you are, which is an incredible being with a vehicle to carry your soul, this vehicle is ready for a massive upgrade. And I don't know if you've been feeling this, but I've definitely been feeling that my vehicle is going through a massive upgrade. I work on myself constantly. As you know, I have a community called the Souls Mission Membership. And I'm excited to say actually that I found out last night that my YouTube channel has now reached 2,000. So thank you so much for subscribing and being part of this community. I'm just like, 2,000 is amazing. I was 6 off 2,000 at the weekend, and then I saw that I'm now at 2,000. So thank you so much. It just means that I can reach more people and get my message out, the message that I need to share with the world. So thank you so much for that. What was I going to say? Yeah, so basically at 1:30 today, so it is 12 o'clock here in the UK. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. At 1:30 today, and don't worry if you're watching this in the replay, you on the catch up, because you can get the replay for this, so don't worry. But at 1:30, I am holding the second part of my Divine Feminine retreats. And in this retreat, we are spending about an hour and a half together, possibly a bit longer today, where we are clearing the energy of all past relationships. So these are relationships that have been either marriages, intimate partners, one night stands, situations like that, where we need to clear this once and for all. Okay, so what happens is during these retreats, we go into a really deep, transformative state of healing. And it is healed on the ancestral line, on the past lifeline, and definitely in this lifetime. So we start with this lifetime because we have a tangible knowledge of perhaps all our intimate partners have been in our lifetime. And then we also clear the ones that we don't know about. So they could be the ones that are held in the ancestral field, but also in times before that we've brought in this lifetime to clear. So what's the reason for doing that? Okay, so when I created this series of retreats, and you can get part one on replay now if you pop over to my website, susankennard.co.uk, and you can also book in for today. So you just go to retreat number 2. So when you've got the drop down menu, it says book a session with Susan, or go to events, whichever, you can still find it there. And it's retreat number 2, because it's the second one in August, and then as we go into September, it'll be retreat number 1, retreat number 2. Okay, so August and September are my Divine Feminine retreats. So you can also get the replay. Wendy, my assistant, my amazing Wendy, puts it on the newsletter as well. So if you're not part of my newsletter, you want to sign up to that, because that's where I tell you about all my new courses and so on. We're just about to run a mediumship, professional mediumship class. There's loads of stuff going on. So you want to go onto my newsletter, because you get the first heads up on what's happening, and you'll see a little pop-up box there that you can put your email in and your name, and you get my newsletter, which will probably go out either tomorrow, which is Tuesday, or Wednesday. What I was going to say, yeah, so what's the reason for this? Well, because we are stepping more and more into our creative energy and into our receiving energy. imagine if we are holding the energetic frequency of past partners, and if that experience perhaps has been something that you left for a reason because you felt that it didn't match your frequency anymore, or there was some difficulties or whatever, then you're still holding on to the energy of that person. Now, some of that energy is going to be really good for you. So we're not actually going to be releasing any of the really positive, helpful, supporting energy that's held from that soul that came into your life, which will be there for a massive reason. We're just going to release all of the lower frequencies. So that could be jealousy, shame, guilt, fear, abuse, anything like that. So we're going to be releasing all of that. So don't worry that you're going to be releasing anything positive, because you're not. That's just not how it works in this world. You know, when we're healing ourselves, we always just release what no longer serves us and what no longer is a frequency and a vibrational match. So if you like the sound of that, please do join us, because I would love to have you. And if you are, as I said before, listening to this on the replay, then you absolutely can get the replay. And what I do in my retreats is I do obviously the event, but the processes that the guides get me to do, and the meditations as well, they're all recorded individually. So what you do is you end up getting individual recordings, so so you can do the process again if you feel you need to do it again. Okay, but don't worry if you're doing the process and you feel, oh, I've forgotten somebody and they just popped up in your mind. Don't worry, it's from your soul perspective, your soul knows exactly what it's healing. Okay, so let's just have a bit of fun. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's come into our heart space. So I'm just going to see if anyone is here live with me. I know it's a little bit early for America, but let me just see if let's see if anyone is. I'm going to put my sound down. Yeah, say hi if you are watching live with me. It's really fun to say hello. So let's come into our heart space. Let's just have a bit of fun with this, and let's just see what is in our field. Good. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to use a statement which clears the frequency around us. And the reason for that is when we're going into a deep space together, when we're actually looking at other energies that might be within us that are not ours, then we want to just make sure that we have a sacred space around us, okay? So I do this with every single event that I run, every client I work with, every group that I run. And I do it before I come on live, but I want you to experience it because you might be able to feel it in your energy, okay? So just repeat after me, okay? Creator, all that is, it is commanded that you pull, clear, cancel, and delete on all 4 levels and resolve on the history level. For me, any waywards, any watchers, any entities, any attachments, any thought forms, anything that does not serve me, and send it to pure unconditional love, creating a sacred space so that I may access my true inner guidance. It is done, and so it is. Okay, good. So you may have noticed and you may have felt maybe just a bit of alignment, or you may have taken a deep breath. Quite often if you take a deep breath, then we know that we're releasing something and we're dropping down into our own energy. Okay, so come into your heart space now. Good. And we're just going to breathe. Good. And just imagine underneath your feet you can see your Earth star. Good. And your soul star above your head. And then just imagine a beautiful shower of light. So there's a beautiful beam of light around you, like a shower of sparkling light. Good. And now let's invite our guides in, our guides and angels. And just feel into your energy and ask your guides and your higher self, where is it in my energy that I hold past partners? Okay, so just get a sense of where that might be. And if you don't know, just guess. Just feel like, oh, this is where I feel it. And then feel into the emotion that you might have there. It might be in your throat, it might be in your womb area, it could be in your shoulders, in your head, wherever it might be, in your heart. And then you might get a sense of who that belongs to. It could be your ex-partner, your ex-husband, your ex-wife. Remember, if you're a man listening to this, then we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. And as we step more into our divine feminine, meaning our receiving mode, we are able to receive gifts from the universe, we're able to receive more love into our life, and therefore more abundance. Okay, so just feel into that. And just notice who might be attached to that energy. And you can get a sense of that emotion that might be attached to that person. And then I want you to imagine that there is a beautiful silver cord attached to wherever that is in your body and whoever that is attached to. And if you don't know, just hold the intention for the highest and best. And then I want you to imagine that Archangel Michael steps in. And he has his sword. And you give him permission. So you give him permission to cut that cord and to release that emotion. Take a deep breath. And you might see that person just disappear. You might see them smile as they're being released as well. Have a feel into that as you now feel into your body where that might have been held. Okay, and we just thank Archangel Michael for coming in to assist us and all our other guides and angels. And then come back to me for a moment. Now, when you think about that person now, so have a kind of a thought about that person that may have been attached to that energy. How do you feel about them? You may feel differently, or you may feel just a neutral feeling. And so that was just a really tiny, weeny example of some of the work that we could be doing today. But we're actually going to be clearing all of the partners. So not just one little emotion connected to an energy that might be held there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I definitely feel that there's going to be some big change for us, especially the divine feminine essence of power stepping in now. And one of the things that the guys are saying, and I'm getting it in my throat as I'm saying it, so they really want me to speak about this, is that quite often we don't want to say what we want to say. So quite often that's stuck in our throat energy. And quite often that doesn't always belong to us. So it can belong to the energy of being silenced, or the energy of feeling that we've lost our power, okay, in a relationship, in a partnership, whatever it might have been. And so when we clear these energies, we are able to release that need to be silent. And then we can share our message with the world. And really, what this is all about is aligning more and more fully to why we're truly here in this world. You know, we're not here for no reason. We're here because we've chosen to come at this incredible pivotal time, this time of the ascension. You know, an ascension to me is really just frequency matching the highest timeline that you can live on. Okay. And so I'm always saying, you know, how can I best serve? How can I reach people to give them this message? Okay. And that's my constant, I remember who I am. How can I best serve? Okay. And then watch what happens in your life as you continually do this inner work. Because let me tell you, you have so much more freedom, you have choice, you have amazing people in your experience, and you love what you do. Okay, that's what living your true mission is, and aligning to why you're really here. So if you want to join my Soul's Mission membership, we would love to have you. If you're drawn to it, if you're drawn to doing this deep work on an ongoing basis, we meet 5 times a month, but we often meet more than that. And you get an opportunity to work with me one-to-one as well by being part of my Soul's Mission membership. And you can find all those details out on my website, susankennard.co.uk. So much love for now. I hope to see you at 1:30 UK, which is approximately just over an hour's time if you're watching this live. I'll leave the link when I calibrate this onto my YouTube. I'll leave the link for you. So if you're watching this after, you can book in very quickly. You've got just over an hour to do that. And if you're watching this on catch up, of course, you can get the replay afterwards. Okay, so much love. Have fun with releasing all of these past partners. Let me know what you experience with Archangel Michael coming in there and just helping you to release that one emotion connected to a past partner. And please join us on the retreat today, the Divine Feminine Retreat. Much love. See you soon. Bye.